Alright you guys, what is happening YouTubers? S4J back again, here to bring you the coolest TCG matches of yesterday and today. And I changed my deck around. This is based around Sork, Throw, and Bear Tick actually. So I have like a limited amount of cards actually that I have access to. At the same time I do have like codes or whatever, but like it's not necessarily bringing out the deck that I necessarily want to bring out just yet. I'm working on two different decks. I'm working on a poison deck with like a Moongus and Muck and Garbodor and things like that, and I'm working on my main deck, which is Blastoise Floatzel. I'm not getting the sufficient cards that I need to make those two decks, so I'm just stuck with three different types of decks, which is the Roggenrola Ampharos thing that you saw, the Roggenrola Crocodile thing that you saw, and now this one, which is Sork, Throw, and Bear Tick. So my opponent actually didn't draw a basic Pokemon for like 3 or 4 turns, so I get to draw 3 extra cards, which is pretty cool. And I have Throw out in play, and I have Sork and Cubchow, I believe, on my bench. And it's nice that I have a Bear Tick in my hand too. I have Interviewer's Questions, which I'm going to play straight after I play my Great Ball, just so that I don't necessarily draw too much, Pokemon. I'm sorry, so that I don't have the probability of me getting an energy with the Interviewer's Questions will be greater once I thin out my deck with a Pokemon, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to grab a Pokemon from Great Ball, because almost always, anytime you play Great Ball, you're going to draw a Pokemon with good deck synergy. So now I'm going to take the time and use my supporter this turn. I get 5 fighting energies, which is great, amazing. So I get to fill up my hand, which is awesome. And unlike other TCG games that I've run into, like Yu-Gi-Oh! And or Magic the Gathering, there isn't like a hand limitation. Like in Yu-Gi-Oh! You only have to have like 7 cards. You have to, I'm sorry, like 6 or 7 cards, I believe, if I can remember. It's been like a year ever since I played Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's nice. I actually get to keep like 15 cards in my hand if I want to. So I'm just going to attach one of the fighting energies to Throw and call it a day. He has Pikachu out in the field. Pikachu can't necessarily kill me, and I can actually kill it for next turn for a good game. But that's kind of boring, you know. I just want to see what this guy can do. So I'm just going to draw a water energy, which is great. Attach it to Cubchow, which is going to evolve into a Bear Tick just now. And the thing I love about Bear Tick is his first attack, which is Icy Wing, only takes 1 water energy to use, its 30 base, and it puts the opposing Pokemon to sleep. So I'm just going to end my turn, but then remember that I have a bill in my hand, so I'm like, okay, let me just play that real quick. And I get an Engineer's Adjustment, so I'm going to play that next turn. I have like 6 energies in my hand, man. I don't need to be resourceful with the energy, so I can discard 1 and draw 4 more cards. Great. So now he's going to evolve his Pikachu into a Raichu, which is nice, right? And I think he's going to inflict 40 damage to me. I forgot that that's the basic Pikachu that comes. I'm sorry, the basic Pikachu and Raichu that comes in like when you first start playing the TCG Online itself. So he's gonna target my Bear Tick, being that Bear Tick is the bigger threat in this case. I am gonna attach another fighting energy onto Throw, because I don't want Raichu to inflict so much damage onto the rest of my teammates. So I have an energy search, which I do want to replace later on. I did actually get a junk arm. I completely forgot to replace my energy searches. I have junk arm. I don't necessarily need the energy searches anymore. So now he gets an Electabuzz, puts the Electabuzz on his bench, attaches a energy onto it, and he can finish my Throw off with his attack and target my Bear Tick even more. So Throw bites the dust, which is alright, I guess. But he's at a low amount of HP, but I could just bring in the Bear Tick and finish it off with the Icy one. Well, I tried to set up my Sorks that I have in my back row. I have 3 Sorks in my back row now, which is amazing. Speaking of Sorks, if anybody watches the anime, it was amazing. If you guys saw the battle with Sork and Emolga, Sork was just using close combats on the I'm such a fan for the anime, but it was just using close combats on the attacks that Emolga was doing. I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, I'm just gonna use another Interviewer's Questions. I believe that's what I do. I get 3 energies this time. My hand is just full of energies, man, like full of life energy. Get the pun? But anyway, I'm just going to inflict the Icy one onto Raichu, take my first prize, and it happens to be a switch. So it's pretty funny. I have switches all this time. I didn't even like double check to see. I could actually use that in my Gigalith deck, being that Gigalith has a retreat cost of 4, so I don't necessarily want Gigalith in play all the time. So now he brings in Electabuzz, and evolves into an Evar. So I'm like, whoa, I can't have none of that, man. I'm like, see, I give you a yard, and you take a mile. You know, I sacrificed him. I spared him first turn. Remember with the Pikachu? Now he's taking a yard. He's got the whole you know, Evar thing going on. I can't have that. So I play switch out into Sawk, right? Get 4 heads, which means I'll do 480 damage. But since electricity is weak to fighting in the TCG game, I do 160, which is enough to take Evar out. So that's great. So he has Voltorb now, after putting Mareep as his active Pokemon. And I'm thinking, like, he can't necessarily do anything to me. I guess I have another switch in my hand, so I can, like, switch out or whatever into my secondary. I think I'm going to switch out into, like, my Beartic or whatever to try to put that Mareep to sleep. So I can't attack. Every time I use Sawk's ability, Sawk's attack, the subsequent turn that I used it, I can't dish out an attack with that specific Sawk that I use an attack with. I'm thinking about retreating and then afterwards using the attack that I have on a Beartic, but I don't want to necessarily use, waste any energies. I mean, I have like 50 million energies in my hand, but you know, I'm still so resourceful. You know, you never know what will happen. So he's gonna play a Pokemon Comp, right? And send his Dragonair back into his deck. I think he's gonna go get a Flaffy and or an Electrode. I think that's something that can like probably help him out a little bit in this situation here. He's staring out 3 Sawks that he's weak to at the moment. Yeah, he's gonna get a Flaffy. So he's gonna evolve his Mareep right now, I imagine. And try to inflict as much damage as possible. He better kill the Sawk, but he does like 20 base. It's not cutting it, buddy. So now I drew another Cubchao. I'll put it in my bench there and focus on that a little bit. And I'm just going to attach a Fighting Energy onto another Sawk just in case anything stupid happens to the Sawk that I have out in play. I'm just going to get 3 heads, which does 60 normally, but since Flaffy was weak to it, does 120. He has a Voltorb out in play now. Not much he can do with 2 cards left in his hand and a Voltorb without any energies. So I'm just going to go ahead and safely say that this is great game right here and now. If he evolves Electrode, he better be able to do something, because next turn I have a switch. I'm just gonna switch into my other Sawk in order for good game, but that's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna taunt him a little by evolving my. Oh, he disconnected. All right, great game, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and peace. What you doing?